from Television City in Hollywood.
Hello, hello, it's the Bob Crosby Show. The Modernaires with Paula Kelly, Joan O'Brien, Steve Dunne, and the Bobcats, and starring Bob Crosby.
Hello there. Gee, I really hope that as far as it's gone, this is the best Monday that you've ever had. If it hasn't been, well, you have one very big consolation. Things are bound to get better. At least that's what they tell me. I hope they're right. Well, anyway, let's sing it up a little. You know this one, I'm sure. So will you get in the mood with me and hum it with me? Here it goes. Say it's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Yes, it's only a canvas scar hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. It's a Barnum and Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believe in me. Thank you. Well, here we are opening up another week in the old BCS for CBS, and now I have a little private business with my friend, Doug Shilan. Doug, your mommy, Emily, writes a letter, and I happen to have it right here. I'd like to read it to the viewers. It says, Dear Bob, I'm writing to ask a favor. My 4.5-year-old son, Douglas, just loves you. He even rates you higher than Howdy Doody. Well, howdy doody to you, Doug. She continues, will you please tell Doug that you're too far away for him to come and see you in person? Now, Doug and his mommy and daddy live in Freeville, New York. Now, that's way far away from here, Doug. We're in Hollywood, California. That's about 3,000 miles from Freeville. You know, that's 10 times as far away as your grandma and grandpa in Pittsburgh. Now, Doug, your mama also tells me that Daddy thinks Joan O'Brien is just a doll. So just for you and just for your daddy, here's Joni to sing a wonderful song, Joan O'Brien.
You saw me crying in the chapel. The tears I shed were tears of joy. I know the meaning of contentment now. I am happy with the Lord. Just a plain and simple chapel where humble people go to pray. I pray the Lord that I'll grow stronger as I live from day to day. I've searched and I've searched, but I couldn't find no way to gain peace of mind. Still I'm happy in the chapel where people are of one accord. We all gather in the chapel just to sing and praise the
Thank you, Tony. Fine in the chapel. Comes now happy game time, a chance that some of our studio audience can win some wonderful prizes. Today we've got something real special, too, for our game. It's not just a game, but the game. In other words, charades. And to tell you more about it, here's the game warden, my good friend, Steve Dunne. Here he is.
Pretty gamey guy, too, yes, sir. Gathered around me here on stage, Rob. Ready to meet you. First of all, Mr. and Mrs. John Nimitz from Park Ridge, Illinois. Bob Crosby.
My pleasure. Nice to know you.
And over here, Mr. and Mrs. William Reddick from Los Angeles.
How are you,
How
Bill?
are you?
Nice to know you. Nice. And could I find out just a little bit about you? Are you living here in Los Angeles now?
Yes, I am, Bob.
You're formerly from where, please?
Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, and are you engaged in an occupation now?
Well, I spent over 40 years as a hotel clerk.
Mm-hmm. And could you tell me, how did you meet your wife?
Yes, this happened about 37 years ago. I used to be a night clerk, and when I used to go to work in the evening, why, her aunt used to see me go by the house, and of course I was pretty well dressed up at that time. And she thought that I'd make a pretty good catch for her niece, so she arranged it, and they had a little croquet party. So we met playing croquet.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I bet you've been happy and had a wonderful married life.
I sure have.
Tell me, have you any hobbies, the two of you?
Well, I have two hobbies. I have white rabbits. I guess I have about 30, and then I have about a dozen little bandy chickens.
Oh, then you live out in the country.
No, we live right here in Los Angeles.
Oh, you keep all these things right in your backyard?
That's right.
Uh-huh. Anything peculiar or odd about the rabbits or the chickens?
Well, one of the chickens, long about the time the sun comes up in the morning, starts making an awful noise, and it doesn't stop until I get up out of bed and go down and give it some feed.
Well, that's funny. I've never heard of another chicken that didn't do that.
Rose?
It's not a rooster. It's
Say,
a
Rob,
chicken.
excuse me just a minute. I notice you have here an 8-ball pin. Would you explain that, please, sir?
Yes. Before I was married, when I worked in a hotel, I used to spend a lot of time playing billiards and pool, and I thought I was pretty good. But after I got married, that stopped, and I put this on.
Now you're behind the 8-ball, huh?
Behind the 8-ball.
Mr. and Mrs. Nimitz, now, could I talk to you for a moment? You're from Pomona, California.
That's correct.
And, by the way, you wouldn't be related in any way to Admiral Nimitz, the...
I almost got in the Navy, but I'm 22nd cousin, twice removed.
Oh.
That's about as close as I can get it.
Well, Mr. Nimitz, what do you do? What is your occupation, please?
I'm a designer in guided missiles.
Oh, and how'd you ever happen to get in a business like that? My goodness, guided missiles.
Well, I've had a lot of practice dodging missiles from my wife.
Oh, that's really the answer then to flying saucers, is that right? Well, Steve, would you tell our nice folks here what kind of a game we're going to play?
Well, in musical charades, the men will sit over here. If you gentlemen will, please sit down in your chairs there. I'd like to have you ladies stand down here, if you will, please. We have marks for you. There you are. Fine. Are you all set? I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to give you both a slip with a song title on it, you see. Here's yours, Miss Reddick. Here's yours, Mrs. Nimitz. And what you're going to do when we give you a cue is to act out the song title, you see, for your husbands over here. And they have to get it. Now, in the event that they do get it, they get 5 points. Now, if they can sing the first line of this song, they get an additional 5 points, which means a total of 10 points for each round. Now, I'll tell you what, we want you to take a look at this song title. This is the first one because we want to let the folks at home know what the song title is, too. You see, they're going to see it just about right now. Have you looked at your song title, Mrs. Nimitz? You know what it is? All right, and the folks at home have seen it, so we're all set to go with round 1. Let's see what happens here. Go! Huh? Keep guessing now.
8 words.
8.
Tree, big,
Did
door,
I-
house, bird,
How much is the doggy in the window?
No.
jail, only a bird, and a gilded cage.
Hey, that's it. That's the first one. Now, Mr. Nimitz, if you can sing the first line of that song, you get another 5 points.
Is it worth it?
It's up to you.
She's only a bird in a gilded cage.
Very well done. That's fine. All right, if you give me those slips back again now, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 2 new ones, and we're going into round 2 here. Here it is. There is round 2. And you folks at home are about to see what round 2 is right now. You all set to go, ladies? All right, let's go.
A doggy in the window?
Hey, that's it. There's the second. Can you sing that, a line from Doggy in the Window?
How much is that doggy in the window?
All right, if you'll give me your slip, please. We're going to round 3.
Steve, do you notice how much he looks like Charlie Coburn?
He certainly does. Any relation at all to
I
Charlie?
wish I was. He's a wonderful fellow.
Yes, indeed. Wonderful actor. Here's number 3. right here. Now, you folks at home take a look at number 3. Let's see, what is number 3? Oh, yes, well, this is a real doozer, this one is. You all set? Go.
7 words.
Kicking? I get a kick out of you.
Now, if you can sing the first line of that song, Mr. Reddick. Oh, time is up. Time is up. Will you come in here?
Let's see Mrs. Reddick as the winners.
Mr. and Mrs. Reddick, Bob was keeping score, and they are definitely the winners. And we have no losers on this, the Bob Crosby Show. So, Mr. and Mrs. Nemitz, we're going to make an award to you, first of all to you, the wonderful Bobcat pen, which is made by Emmons in New York, especially for this, the Bob Crosby Show. And the Bobble Links for you, sir. And also an album of the Modernaires' latest recording. This is a wonderful, we played this last Friday night, as a matter of fact, the Barbershop Harmony. I'd like to have that, too. And for the winners here, we have a choice at the grab bag or 50 bottom dollars, whichever you prefer, huh? Huh? Which is it going to be? Look at her. She can't wait to get into the grab bag.
We like grab bags.
All right. Okay, I'll give it a little spin. You pull out an envelope and let me have it, and I'll tell you what it is, if you will, please. Why don't you do it? You want to do it, Mr. Reddick? There it is. Well, Rick, I'll tell you what it is right away, quick. You have just won yourself a Tappin' Range. A range that gives you cooking and baking at its very best. Tappin' is a range with the exclusive time-saving features that you'll enjoy using for many years to come. Remember, good food just happens when you're cooking on a Tappin'. Does it make you all happy? Thank you very much, all of you, for being with us. Joni!
Waddy!
Open the windy.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah, these are for you.
Oh, you.
You, I'm in love with you, you.
I could be so true to someone like you.
Do what you ought to do.
Take me in your arms, please do. Let me cling to you.
We were meant for each other, sure as heavens above.
We were meant for each other, to have, to hold, and to love.
You, there's no one like you.
You could make my dreams come true.
If you say you love me too. We were meant for each other, sure as heavens above.
We were meant for each other, to have, to hold, and to love.
You, there's no one like you.
You could make my dreams come true.
If you say you love me too. If you say you love me too. Now don't you go away, because we'll be right back.
Yes, it's a solid hour of thrills when tomorrow night on most of these same stations, CBS Television presents Suspense and Danger. An actress addicted to lying causes a fatal adventure on Suspense. Eddie Albert and Ann Rutherford star in Danger's production entitled Death Trap. They're both tomorrow night, both presented by CBS Television, both packed with danger and suspense. Also tomorrow evening, Edward R. Murrow and his camera crews invite you to See It Now. Intimate close-ups on current history are a specialty of See It Now. Meet big people as real people. See important events and news sidelights with the perspective of Edward R. Murrow's clear comment. See It Now tomorrow night on CBS Television.
Evenings, Douglas Edwards reports on the CBS Television Network.
Ah, temptation. And look who's rising to the bait. Oreo cream sandwich. Rich, real chocolate cookies. And ever see such luscious, creamy filling? You'll love Oreo.
They're the best you can buy when they're baked by Nabisco. Only Sylvania has Halo Light, the frame of soft, cool light that surrounds the picture screen. Makes the picture seem larger, clearer. At your Sylvania dealers now.
Channel 2, Los Angeles.
Welcome back to the Happy Bob Crosby Show. You know, I have a letter. In fact, I had a letter from Fannie Lurie of New York City. And in the letter, she says about 2 months ago, Joan O'Brien and Allan Copland sang a very cute song about getting a job. She says, I thought it was so cute that I'd like to hear it again. Well, that's just one of the many such letters that asked us to repeat the Joan O'Brien, Allan Copland duet, I Want a Full-Time Job. Get a load of this.
I want a full-time job, making love to you. I'll do anything you want me to.
But if I have no plan to use a full-time man,
Shucks, a part-time job will do.
you want a full-time job, being close to me,
That's right.
making all my dreams come true.
But if your heart don't throb about a full-time job, then a part-time job will do.
Now I wouldn't have to pay you a nickel or a dime,
Just as long as you would let me get in a little bit of overtime. I want a full-time job, holding hands with you.
I think I'd kind of like it too.
Don't need a part-time job, I want a full-time job,
But a part-time job will do. Here's a job for an office boy or a garbage man.
Now wait a minute, baby. I'm a Harvard man.
I've got a job for a cop or a bank cashier.
Well, you've been real sweet. I'm getting out of here.
Well, wait, would you like to be a salesman for a foreign car?
Well, isn't there an opening for a movie star?
Yes, if I were king, I'd want a full-time job.
Oh, right.
Spending life with you couldn't be sweeter. But if you have no plan to use a full-time man, I'll stay home with Benita.
I want a full-time job in cashier.
Yes, Jimmy?
Well, I guess I'm just under your spell. Yeah, and if your heart would throb about a full-time job, gee, well, that'd be just swap. Nickel or a dime.
Just as long as I would let you
Get in a little bit of overtime. I want a full-time job, holding hands with you.
I think I'd kind of like it too.
Don't need a part-time job, I want a full-time job.
But a part-time job will do.
Yes, sir, Joan O'Brien, Allan Copland, and a full-time job. They certainly are cute kids, aren't they? That's what I like about my family. We've got so many nice and cute and lovable people on the show, even Steve Dunne. You know, I've had a lot of mail from some of you folks out there, and you've been asking to have Steve Dunne sing a number, and one of these days, we're going to let him do it. Right now, here are the Modernaires with their new choral record treatment of an old barbershop tune called Let the Rest of the World Go By. The Modernaires.
With someone like you, a pal good and true, I'd like to leave it all behind and go and find a place that's known to God alone, just a spot to call our own. We'll find perfect peace where joys never cease, out there beneath the kindly sky, we'll build a sweet little nest somewhere in the west, and let the rest of the world go by, go by. We'll build a sweet little nest somewhere in the west, and let the rest of the world go by. Go by.
Well, you know, the other day, Joan O'Brien sang an old number. Remember a tune called Shoe Fly Pie? Well, somebody used the title of that song to think up a game that we're going to play right now. Now, we're not going to throw away any pies, but you will, I think, see some shoes fly. Right, Stephen?
You bet you'll see some. Quite a few, as a matter of fact, and they're going to be thrown by these ladies right here we have on stage. First of all, Mrs. L.A. Bell from Greenville, Texas, Bob, right next to you.
How are you,
Bob
Mrs.
Crosby.
Bell? Nice to know you.
And here's Mrs. Myrtle Gibson from Los Angeles, Bob.
How are you, Mrs. Gibson?
And down here, Mrs. Frances Kiefer from Los Alamitos, California.
Nice to know you, Miss Kiefer. Could I find out just a little bit about you, please? You're from Greenville, Texas?
That's right.
And you're out here on a visit, vacation, or are you working here?
Vacation.
And are you married?
Yes.
And how many children, please?
2.
Boy and a girl?
2 boys.
Oh, that's wonderful. What's the difference in their ages?
6 years.
6 years between the 2 of them.
That's right.
They get along pretty well?
Oh, fine.
Oh, gosh, my kids, you know, I got 3 boys. There's only, well, about a year's difference between the first 2, and then about 2 years difference between the next 2. And, of course, I have a lot of trouble kind of keeping them apart, you know. When you have kids that close together, they, you know, the one guy gets hold of the other guy's ball and the other guy steals the other kid's boat. We have a lot of fun, though. How about you, Mrs. Gibson? Have you any children?
I have 2 girls.
2 girls. 2 Gibson girls.
Girls.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? How old are they?
7 and 12.
Mm-hmm. And what's your husband's occupation, please?
He's a mailman.
A mailman. Well, that's a wonderful occupation. I don't know what this world would be like if we didn't have them. And you, are you married, please?
Yes.
And what does your husband do?
My husband's in the Navy.
Oh, is he aboard ship now?
No, he's stationed at Los Alamitos.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any children?
A boy and a girl.
Uh-huh. How old are they, please?
16 and 7.
Oh, the boy's 16? Will he go in?
The girl's 16.
Oh, the girl is 16. Well, it's nice to have you on our show, and we're going to do our best to win you a very lovely prize. Steve, do you want to take over here and tell the girls what we're going to do?
Oh, this is going to be lots of fun. Girls, if you'll sit down on these little chairs that we have for you, we're going to begin from the bottom up here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. There we are. We all comfortably seated? Hope the families are watching. Say hello to everybody. You want to win? Everybody does it. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take your shoes off, you see. I'm going to put them in this duffel bag right here. Then I'm going to carry them down and put them in the wire basket that you see right down here. We've got a few shoes in there now. And then at a given signal, I want you to go down to the basket and get your own shoes one at a time and come back here and put them on. In the interim, the orchestra, the Bobcats over there, are going to be playing some music. In the event that they stop anywhere along the line, you've got to stop, too, and freeze. You see? First person back to get the 2 shoes on wins. Now, may I take your shoes off? Here's a nice, healthy foot. Thank you, ma'am, and something for me. Now, there looks... May I see this one here? Yes, sir. That looks like a foot that's seen a lot of Dr. Scholl's corn plasters. Funny, huh? So I'm better than the group. Here we are. There we are. Now we've got all the shoes in here, and what I'm supposed to do is mix them up real good, you see. And here I go down here to dump them in. Got some of the crew in here. All right, we're all set. Arnie, if you're set, let's go. Here we go. Get your own shoes now. Be sure you're in your own shoes. First one. Up. Stop. Don't forget to stop. That's part of the game. Okay, go. Come on, find them. Let's go. Get out of there. Come on, everybody. Stop. Okay, go. You got them on, but you haven't got them buckled. Oh, you don't have to buckle them? All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Everybody got them on at the same time. Hold it, Arnie. Everybody got them on at the same time. Let's give them a nice. What does that mean, Rob? Everybody gets a chance at the grab bag? You're the boss. Okay, here they come. Right here. Well, we had 3. We had a tie, actually. Everybody gets a chance at the grab bag here. So if that's what you want, or you, on the other hand, may have these 50 bottom dollars, whichever you prefer. Does anyone want the 50 bottom dollars? They look. You don't? Everybody wants to take a chance. Now, I must tell you in this that there are also gag prizes, too. So if you pull out an envelope, please, and tell me what it is, I'll tell you what it is. Will you stand up and pull out an envelope, please? All of you in turn. And I'll tell you what you have. Oh, we're rushed again. I can see that. You have won a Man-at-a-Walk freezer. Man
Manitowoc, Wisconsin, a beautiful 14 cubic foot Manitowoc freezer. You'll discover just how easy, how money-saving freezer living can be with your new convenient upright Manitowoc freezer. Now, who is next? You have picked one out already. You're cheating. You're ahead of me. Now we'll go to the second one. You have won the Daily Double, which today is a CBS portable radio, a CBS Columbia radio made by CBS Columbia. And second, you have won a complete supply of one of the world's most fabulous fragrances, Arpege by Landvin. Hope that makes you happy. And you are number 3. And here it is. I'm going as fast as I can, fellas, please. You have won an automatic Incinor. I-N-C-I-N-O-R. This is an automatic gas-fired Incinor. Burns all your rubbish automatically in your home. No more trips outdoors when you enjoy carefree and healthy living with automatic Incinor. It's a modern must in homes today. Make you happy? I know you're puzzled. Where do you see it? It's great. Thank you all for being with us on our show.
When you're feeling blue, dream, that's the thing to do. Just watch the smoke rings rise in the air. You'll find your share of happiness there. Dream. Don't you ever be afraid to dream, anytime or anywhere. For without dreams, none of us could be quite so happy. Dreams are the most important things in the world. You know, the wheel, without which we'd still be in the dark ages, was inspired by someone's dream of going way beyond the horizon. Benjamin Franklin had a dream. Edison, Marconi, and the Wright brothers. Just dreamers. But you may say, these men were practical dreamers. What of us romantic dreamers wrapped in thoughts of love, happiness, and peace of mind? Well, you're not impractical. You dream of the very things that are life itself. Dreams, all dreams, are the most practical things in the world. Without them, there just wouldn't be a world. So hold to your dreams. On dreams alone, yours and mine, rests the whole future of civilization. Without dreams, there are no homes, there are no families, no love. Remember, these are the things that dreams have created. Things never are as bad as they seem. So dream, dream, dream. Well, that's the end of our show today. Hope you've had a nice time. We've enjoyed being with you today. And here's a happy thought for all of you right now working at home. It goes like this. Sing a song while you're working the lawn. Sing a song. Hum a tune while you're dusting the room. Hum a tune while you're doing the dishes. Read all about the costume. And you find it's an easier job. Learn to be a loafer. Sit down on the sofa while we sing.
The Bob Crosby Show is a CBS Television Network production.
Perry Como sings evenings on the CBS Television Network.